What is up, y'all? Welcome back. I rarely do this, rarely if ever, but I am refilming my intro when I'm done filming the video, so you get a sneak peek at the look. Wow, and soon all will be illuminated in terms of what's smudged on my hands and everything because I'm future khaki right now. But the main thing that I just wanted to change, amend, is that I went into this thinking it was going to be a get ready with me where I was going to get to try a lot of things. It ended up being a get ready with me where I use entirely Mob Beauty. There are a couple of things that end up making it onto my face that are important but not significant and have absolutely nothing to do, like I would not call them effective reviews. The effective review that you will come away with on this video is from Mob Beauty, and I go pretty deep into it. So this was what I picked up at the Credo sale. I will list all the colors that I got down below because I think that the colors are really important to the review. So if you've been curious about this as I've been curious about this, or if you're just curious my thoughts on it because you have your own thoughts on it, then keep on watching. I also went on my Instagram literally 10 minutes ago and was like, hey, y'all wanna ask me some questions? Some silly goofy questions, so we'll see if anything comes through. I think that actually something that needs to happen first and foremost is I need a little bit of like slip on my face, a little bit of hydration. My skincare kind of soaked in and everything's looking a little bit dry, feeling a little bit tight right now. Plus I just spritzed myself with some SOS spray because my dermatitis is back. Yes, she is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just fighting it with topical at this point. But regardless, I'm gonna go in with the Auric Glow Lust in Morganite. I got this pretty recently. I've used it a couple times in videos. Every time I use it, I like it. And I was watching Hannah Louise Boston is back in the chat. She is coming back from maternity leave, and I think that we all need some Hannah Louise Poston in our lives right now. Sorry, I'm trying to sound off on my phone. But she like resurrected a video that actually was filmed before she went into labor, in that kind of liminal space of like, when am I gonna have my baby? I thought it would be now. So she was using the Auric Glow Lust, and I was like, I need to get back on the Auric Glow Lust. So let's do one pump here of Morganite. Gonna give us a nice little bit of slip, a little bit of hydration, a little bit of grip really, and then the beautiful glitter-free luminous finish. It's a great primer. I just always had too dark of a shade, and now this version of Morganite is so lovely for me. You can see I had myself a couple of moments of weakness here. It's been a stressful time in my life and I don't know what happens. I just black out and find myself squeezing things in the mirror. And I hope that that lends itself well to finding out whether this has any coverage to it. So the first thing we have here is the Neutral 30 Cream Foundation. I know what everyone's going to ask, although I'm sure someone has already answered this before, but let me pull out a Salt New York can to tell you whether they're the same size. Salt New York appears to be pretty much the same size. Now I need to know, because I think it's magnetic, right? I need to know if it fits. So these punch out pretty easily. This little cover comes off and then, then they all fall out. Why did I do that? Salt New York fits in there perfectly. I'm so glad that we performed this exercise, but now I have to put them all back in. And some of them are a little tiny bit worse for the wear. Wow, okay. That was really fun. Super glad y'all got to witness that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Neutral 3 Cream Foundation. And I'm gonna just put it on a sponge? I don't know. Let's just see what this does. I don't know. Have me a Kosas sponge here, and I'm gonna assume that this is a lightweight kind of foundation, you know, something that's meant to be used like the Sneaky Balm. I will put some math up on the screen telling you which one is more cost effective, pan for pan, ounce for ounce, between the Sneaky Balm and this, or Salt New York in general and this. But we do get some really nice camouflage coverage, and it's a lovely shade match. On first blanch, it kind of reminds me of the Sneaky Balm. It's not quite as dewy. The Sneaky Balm does have a decidedly, you know, slightly dewier than natural skin kind of finish to it. But I would say that, again, on first blanch, if you have one, you probably don't need the other kind of thing. Seeing how much I can get it to build underneath my eyes. Get some coverage out of it. The sponge seems to be a pretty good idea though. That's pretty. I want to see what happens if I kind of use it on more of my face. You know, if it gets sludgy, if it gets to be too much, or if it like blanks me out completely. I don't know, let's give it a whirl, like back here. Plus the shade match is so nice. Seems like I should be able to get away with it, you know? If there is anything I can say about it right off the bat, it's very, very easy, you know? It's nice. Okay, the next thing that I have a highlighting balm. It's called the highlighting balm. In the shade M98, and then I have the cream bronzer as well. We'll start with the cream bronzer. This is in the shade M80, probably has, you know, an actual title to it, but it just looks to be a really fantastic rosy brown. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that it's something really easy to wear. Goes with my skin. I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty quick. Let's look at the questions. Does your toddler still throw food on the floor? My toddler throws everything. Last night, I was like, are you kidding me? He threw a French fry at my face. He wasn't even mad, he was like, haha, I don't understand like these phases they go through. I was like, I thought we were past this, you know? We're at the point where like, we don't have to listen to like really simple music anymore, which was one of my pet peeves, was just like super simple, repetitive music. Now we want to watch The Magic School Bus, which is just, you know, just straight saccharine to my heart. So happy. Things that are plot driven. He's very articulate, but like throwing French fries at my face. Just like for fun. I don't know. He throws everything. But it seems to be kind of a recent development, and I hope that it passes soon. But it's not like a throw it on the, well, also, he just like, I hear this sound, and I was like, what was that? And he goes, I spilled. And I was like, what do you mean you spilled? He's like, I spilled my pickle. He was on a pickle kick last night, which is what happens when you give him a pickle. It becomes a pickle kick. Like, there's no in between. There's no one pickle equation in Simon's life. This is gorgeous, by the way. Like, come on. And he just apparently chewed it, decided that he didn't want it anymore, which I've never seen him do with a pickle before. And kind of patching a little bit with the complexion product if I get it too high. And then the dog ate it, which I don't know if pickles are good for dogs. Probably not. So I cleaned that up, but he's like, he comes over very articulately and he says, will you help me? I spilled my pickle. I was like, you spit out your pickle. And he's like, yeah. It's like, why'd you spit out your pickle? He's like, can I have a pickle? I was like, you want a pickle, but you just spit out a pickle? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, have a pickle, whatever. The answer is yes. If you use Spotify, how unhinged have your day list playlist titles been? Okay, so the day list is one of my favorite things that Spotify does, and I'll pull mine up today. Sometimes they're really simple and straightforward. They'll just be like Millennial Hipster Tuesday morning, but today it is post-punk revival modern rock afternoon. It's very like machine learning AI oriented. I mean, yeah, sometimes they are just bananas. Like this morning it was like British 90s acoustic something, and it was just like Radiohead and Jeff Buckley, who is Jeff Buckley British? I'm not really sure. I'm going in with the blush now, and this is the blush in M117. This is like the prettiest color of just like in between rosy with a little bit of yellow in it color. I just feel like it's gonna be so easy to wear. I feel like I'm about to quit makeup. Like I'm just gonna have this and be like, I don't really want to try anything else. Like this was just easy and like it's all in one little thing, and like I guess I'm done. I reached the end of makeup. I hope not, but still. It's like as far as what I would want to wear in my daily life, yeah. So yeah, it's got Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips. Hot take, I'm tired of the Arcade Fire. I'm just tired of them. I wish they would stop showing up on all of my lists and stuff. Like, they're fine, but they like used to be way better. And Win Butler just got exposed to be kind of a huge scumbag and everything, which is beside the point. It is still not irrelevant, but it's beside the point of like, I'm just tired of their music, you know? I'm like, stop putting them on my playlists. Cold War Kids, Smashing Pumpkins, Sufjan Stevens. Sometimes I think they're listening to my conversations. Like, do I listen to Sufjan Stevens? Not really, but did I mention having Chicago as my college ringtone over the weekend? Yeah, I did. So like, why is it on a day list now? A coincidence. It's definitely a technological coincidence. Gosh, I just really enjoy this. It's reminding me a lot of Salt New York, but it's a little bit more matte. That's all. You know, especially considering I'm wearing the Orc Glowless underneath. Like you would consider it to be probably less matte than this, but I like it. But it does remind me a lot of Salt New York. But something about the kind of matte-ness of it makes me feel like maybe it would wear a little bit longer, but like this Salt New York doesn't disappoint me in terms of wear. I'm trying to draw like, you know, razor thin delineations right now and they just don't really exist. I kind of feel like, I'm not gonna move to my final thoughts here, but I'm very interested in this highlighter and then this, what do they call this thing? Sparkle Bomb. Sparkle Bomb! That has a cat hair in it because, of course it does. This, being a highlight balm, has to come up against something like, well, A, I do love the Salt New York highlighter, and B, the Dragé highlighter, Baume Essentiel, that's gorgeous, gosh darn it, from Chanel. You know, it's gotta go toe-to-toe with those. Sometimes I think I sound like that girl in Boss Baby 2. She's like, I like ponies. Why is it anyone at my door? It's 2023. Leave me alone. Someone sent me alcohol. All right. So anyway, this balm is looking fierce. It's looking so good, and it didn't push my makeup around. I just need to take a moment in the 4K of it all. Like, look at the existence, the flattering existence of my pores right now. Ooh, ah, look at them. Look at them. They look lovely. My pores look really lovely. And those spots that I picked, they're camouflaged. I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, all right. Artichokies. I'm gonna swatch the eyeshadows. I got two eyeshadows, one in M5 and one in M47. And I got the Sparkle Balm in M130. Whoa, it's gold. It's so gold. And then we have here and here. Oh, I've made some great choices on this day. Oh. Ooh, wow. That's a beautiful, grippy formula when I touch it. I can't explain to you why, but the middle one is the Sparkle Balm. I'm an idiot. The other two are the eyeshadows. So that's the light one, and then that's the sparkly one. You know, whatever. M5 and M47. Aren't they pretty? Okay, they're not creams. So, well, the Sparkle Balm is a balm. But let's go in with some brushes here and just see what we have. I'm gonna start with Pink, the 5 one, the pink one. I want this to be so easy. The tone that was set by the rest of the makeup just says to me, primer? You're not gonna use a primer with this, you silly goose. That would just defeat the whole unfussiness purpose of it. So I'm using a bigger brush than I typically would. This is the A503 because the action of how I'm applying this right now is what I would call slamming it onto my eyes. Like I'm just kind of blah, 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 blobbing, you know? I'm gonna take my little pencil brush right here, the 210, and oh, there's a new set that's like a professional grade set from BK that's on its way to me right now in PR, and I am so excited to try it. It looks gorgeous. I don't know how they're gonna top what their usual brushes are like, but you bet your little buns I'm gonna be excited to find out. This is so easy. This is so pretty. What a pretty color. Very apricot-y. Apricot. Apricot. Whenever I do a British accent, I always just talk like the Queen. I'm like, thank you. What do you say you do? Oh, you're a plumber. What on earth is that? God rest the Queen. Okay, let's put this one on. This coppery one. M47 on my lidsicles. This is where it departs from the, you know, kind of implicit comparison of Salt New York as a brand is that they don't have any powder products. It's just balmy gorgeousness. So, apply a little bit, you get a nice satin finish, and apply a lot and you can start getting more of the like, glittery foil. And what the hey, right? Let's go ahead and do a little of that under here as well. This color on blue eyes, I was just like imagining it on Kiki. I think her eyes are kind of like a watery turquoise, but like that would look incredible on her. And then we have the Sparkle Balm, which I think this might mean that I'm not gonna have room to put the Surratt on. Do a little bit of that around the inner corner. I am not sure how a Sparkle Balm is about to change The texture on my eyes, is it gonna be in a good way? We don't know. Sure is pretty. It's probably gonna make it crease though. Sassy. Well, let's at least swatch them. Let's swatch the Surratt shadows and I will give you my first impressions at least of that. So the components here are very Surratt. They're nice and heavy. They feel luxurious. They're square, like the Givenchy Prism Libre ones, which means that sometimes I get a little bit confused trying to screw them back on and I have that fear of God where I'm gonna get the top stuck. Woo! That's weird! Look at Gaboing! Gaboing! You could stick your finger in that and never know. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Okay, so in order to get stuff out of there, you kind of have to like work at it. And my goodness, is it funky, funky. Here, I'll do this one really close for you. Oh no, that's not safe for work. Khaki, that was not safe for the internet. You didn't have to pick the nipple colored one before you did that. Green? Green? Alien nipple? There's been a lot of nipple talk in my videos lately. Wow! So the green one is sparkly, sparkly. We'll do it on my wrist here. The green, okay. That's not really giving quite as much as I expected, considering what got on my finger. Oh, maybe they dry really fast. I think they dry really fast. And so like, I didn't do it fast enough. I can't express to you how like human that texture is. It feels like you're touching a human. Oh no, it feels like human skin. It's very strange. Anyway, there we go. Okay, my mistake was to leave them on my fingers too long before swatching them. So there's the mauve, the green, and the ciel doré. French. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me see if I can squeeze any of that onto my eye. I don't know if I really can. I mean, how hard do we want to push the issue right now, right? I think the only thing I really could do is maybe tap some of this on the outer corner. Let's see what happens if I do that. I can safely say, that's pretty. I can safely say this is a completely new makeup texture to me. Like, what am I interacting with? It feels like wet alien skin, but the dry down is pretty effective and that's actually like surprisingly easy to work with just with my finger. This video is flying by so much faster than I expected it to because this has all been so easy. Let's take some of the ciel doré. See what I'm talking about? One of the lids is a little finicky and it makes me anxious that it's not gonna work. Okay, let's do the ciel doré. It's probably not even gonna show up because it's like exactly the same color as what's already on my eyes, but yes, correct. It's exactly the same. It has kind of a cooling sensation to it. I haven't powdered or anything. I don't know if I'm going to. Maybe I will want to once I get my eyeliner and my mascara and everything on, but like this is right up my alley. Let me do some eyeliner. I think I'm gonna go with Renaissance Gold today from Lisa Eldridge. By the way, I just got these in the mail as my latest gifting from Ana Luisa, and they're like little miniature versions of Lisa's rings, and I like requested to get 2 different colors so that I could stack them so that I could be like Lisa, because I'm a dork. And these earrings also are new from Ana Luisa, so I will link them all below. I am stoked on them, so look forward to seeing more of that. Oh, let's put some of that highlighter in my eye look now that we've done it. I will take the esponge and I will put it up here. There we go. When in doubt, you know, add a little bit of shimmer and let everything kind of blur together, right? Ooh. Now I have to find Renaissance Gold, and then we will do as I have said that we are going to do. Found it. Okay. Let's take another question. Why am I doing this in silence? If you were a fragrance, what notes would you have? Vanilla would be the first one. I don't have a ton of experience with these things, but I would say probably like fig. Fig is like right there with like raisin and other stuff like that, where it's got that kind of like smoky dried fruit thing going, but it's still like sweet enough. It's not kind of burnt smelling, because I'm not into super smoky woody things. But I also like jasmine. I really like citrus. Like, I don't know if those things go together necessarily. I'm going for a smoky line, something soft. And then what mascara do I want to use? I'm very afraid that if I use the Lash Clash, it's going to get everywhere, because a lot of the stuff on my eyes is a balm. But you know, that's why you play the game. We're just gonna find out. We're just gonna find out. What's a chaotic thing that Simon does that's even too chaotic for you? The kid flings his body around. It drives me crazy. It makes me crazy. He is like one of those toys where you like punch the button on the bottom and it just goes like constantly. He thinks it's so funny how much it freaks me out. Like, stop doing that. He just falls. Like, he just thinks that it's so funny to like free fall on things. Impossible. Like, you're trying to put his clothes on and he's just like goes completely limp. What the hell? As a parent, you're just like, please stop trying to die. And he's just like, all I want to do is scare you. That's all I want. Also, I mean, it's not like it's so chaotic that I don't understand where he's coming from, but like, I really wish he would stop stealing my crap and hiding it. Like, I'm going to the dentist tomorrow to finally get a new night guard, but it's been weeks, almost a month, I think, that I've been living without a night guard. I had to go to the grocery store and just get myself one of those phony baloney, like, temporary ones that, by the way, is just not as satisfying to bite down on. It just isn't. And it makes me look like Nosferatu when I'm going to sleep, and that is what I've been living with, because my kid, first he snapped the darn thing, well, he snapped the first one in half, then he snapped the second one in half, and then he stole it. And he's stolen it before, and I've been able to kind of think like Simon and stumble back on it, but not this time. No idea. All right, Lash Clash. Let's do a little brow moment. Do you think peanut butter tastes like peanuts? I don't. I'll be honest, I don't really like peanuts and I don't really like peanut butter. That's right, bomb dropped. But that wasn't the question. I can't find medium brown and I can't find, ew, that's no, that's done. Ah, there it is. Ugh. Is that soft brown? Soft brown! I wouldn't have known if I didn't try to throw the other one out. So yeah, we have soft brown in the cosas here, which is ideal for this look because this look is really low key, I feel like. Now, we come to a crossroads where we must choose a lip. And I want something that has a little bit of that nice touch of coral to it. So I'm going into my Mind Palace. Picante. So listen, Picante from Victoria Beckham is the answer, but I don't know where she is. I think that maybe the answer is one of these Phyto Glow lip balms. What about Latte? Yeah, Latte's got some coral to it. A little bit of peach. Naturium, Phyto Glow, love them. They also came out with more browns, all browns, versus the Rhode ones, which are kind of all a mixed bag. There's like berry and pink and stuff. There's like only one brown. Yeah, I mean, is that like the most exciting answer? No, but I think that the point of this face of makeup is that it's not actually that exciting. It's just extremely functional. And like, does it make me want to throw out all the rest of my makeup? Kind of. It kind of does, okay? Do I need powder? Maybe a touch? I'll grab some of the Givenchy and Rattly Natalie. Tippy tap a little bit. Right there. Right there. Yeah, there. My shiny spots. There. Blur, blur, blur. And I feel really equipped to like do the day as a sophisticated woman. There's no contour on my face. That is one thing. And typically that is the thing that I feel like is missing at the end. And since it's sitting right in front of me, I'm going to use it. So this is the Film Star Bronze and Glow. She's got quite a dent in her at this point. Look at that. You know, I've only had it for years. And I'm just gonna use that into my hairline because it helps my eye be less distracted by shininess. It's the contrast of the texture as well as the color, creating a little more depth. A little more blush, y'all. that's what needs to happen here, and that's always what needs to happen, is I get done with any look and I'm like, blush, give me the blush. Grab my sponge here. We're gonna go back in with that same color because I actually am obsessed with this color. I like it a lot. Ooh. I feel like it's just really easy. Builds on itself really easily. The colors are really flattering. The textures are out of this world. I don't know what took me so long on this. All right, let's do one more question and we will go into final thoughts. What do you look for when buying socks? I buy all of my socks lately from Socko 77, Socko 67, something like that. What are they called? So James, the hot guy on Next in Fashion, the hot trans guy, he has this really beautiful brand. I love all of his stuff. And then he had these really cool socks, these like tube socks on his website, and I bought them. And then I like read the bottom of them and I saw the, you know, the brand that made them for him basically. And I went on their website and I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So they are called Socko 78. If you listen to the recent episode of Tom's and My podcast, Dumb Shower, you would know that I don't retain numbers at all. So, I mean, phone numbers, sure, but dates, no. So that one went into my brain as a date, so of course I didn't retain it. But Socko, S-O-C-C-O. And I love them because they are tube socks with like the, you know, Wet Hot American Summer, American Apparel kind of like colored stripes at the top. They're giving boy. They're just awesome. I love them. I wear them with Birkenstocks, like open-toed. I love them very, very much. So, oh, I love the ones from Los Angeles Apparel too. The ones from Brother Vellies, the like cloud socks are great and everything, but like, I hate to say this, but they're so expensive and I'm so rough on socks. I don't need them also to be like that bulky. Plus they don't hold their shape as well as I would like them to. They're not as stretchy as I would want them to be. And the ones from Los Angeles Apparel are only like, I don't know, $16 a pair or something. And they are in a ton of different colors. And those are the ones that I live in besides the Socko socks. So socks are very important to me. I'm glad that you asked. So let's go into final thoughts here. Truth be told, y'all, you know, I think I'm gonna redo the intro so that I can tell y'all that this is gonna end up just being a mob beauty review because the Surratt didn't get its flowers today, it didn't get its due. And I do think that these are really, really specific and unique. I'm glad you got to get a glimpse of them, but I certainly don't have like final thoughts on them because I didn't get to see them go onto my actual eyes. They just went on top of something else. So let's talk about these. First of all, I'm gonna look at my Credo order here and tell y'all how much it was. This was after discount, okay? It was $144, but that was with a discount of $36, so it would have been $170, $180 for all of this, which I think was something that was kind of prohibitive to me initially was the price. I was like, $180, that's a lot, you know? But it does make me want to throw out all the rest of my makeup because it feels like it just, whoa, khaki, calm down. I thought I was already low-key today. It does really get the job done on your whole look. This is like, throw it in my bag. I don't need to travel with anything else. Eyeliner and mascara and lip balm and brows. But the rest of it is done right here. And the colors are so good. And the formulas are so easy to work with. And the whole thing is just such a mindless pleasure. It's like fun because it's easy because it's fun, and it's all easy and fun because it's like kind of boring and extremely effective. Like that's a review, you know? Like this was really good because it was really easy and I get it now. I get the appeal. It's just really nice. This is a great component, great weight of a component. I like it a lot, y'all. There's not really any complaints that I have here. Sorry. By comparison to Sol New York, I mean, you know, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be either or because the Sol New York pans fit in here. So if you don't want to fill an entire Mob Beauty palette, but you like this palette format, you can put your Sol New York stuff in there too because it's magnetic. So there's, you know, everybody wins. Everybody wins, you don't have to pick favorites. I'll list all the colors that I got down below because I truly believe that I hit the jackpot on the shades. I think I would have liked the formulas anyway, but it made it easier to like them because the shades worked so well. I really just like nailed it on every shade. So there's that, and that might help y'all navigate, you know, your choices. Other than that, y'all, I don't know if you can tell, I'm having kind of a tough time. I'm like, you know, I'm here because I love being here. And I always appreciate putting out content for y'all. I appreciate y'all being here, but you know, it's not not every day's the same, I guess. And I'm just glad that I got to play in makeup today that was just so easy, that made me feel so beautiful. So thank you for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, cool people subscribe. So subscribe if you're cool. It'd be very cool if you did. I'll put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy if you liked this one. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.